Hello everyone and welcome to another special edition of Inside the Den. And in today's special edition we're going to take a look at the top 10 free-to-play arcade and action MMORPGs. Now we've put together several criteria, as you know, everything ranging from graphics to gameplay to player base and all kinds of different stuff to make up these top 10 lists. Now you may agree or you may not agree with our list. Either way, head on over to MMODen.com/forums and tell us which games you think should make the top 10 in any of our lists. And here we go, let's get started with the top 10 free-to-play action and arcade-based MMORPGs for 2011. Alright, getting our list started at number 10 is Sword 2. Sword 2 used to be called Granada Espadada, and the name change brought about a shorter name but not shorter gameplay. The game boasts an amazing system where you get to control 3 different players, and the game is actually a cross between arcade, action, and real-time strategy. As you control your 3 different players and explore many different areas in the world, you're going to notice absolutely gorgeous landscapes, and to go with that is a creation of an absolute wonderful soundtrack that keeps you right into the action the entire time. Now while playing, you're not only going to be able to control 3 characters at once, but you're going to have many class specializations and many classes to choose from, making the options almost limitless during your adventures in Sword 2. And on to number 9 on our list, we've got Battle of the Immortals. Now Battle of the Immortals is almost like a Diablo-style action MMORPG, which gives you the opportunity to play one of 5 different classes, obviously each of them fitting in with their own skill set and equipment. When we're talking about equipment, the game has a soul gear system where the gear actually levels up with you as you play the game. Additionally, the game offers you the chance to capture any monster and make them your pet, and those pets will level up and they have their own skills that go along with your gameplay. Additionally, you're going to be able to navigate around with an auto-questing system. Once you get a quest, you just click on a character's name or an NPC name and you head off and complete your quest. The game is loaded with gorgeous graphics, tons of different environments to look at, and a soundtrack that is absolutely amazing. Number 8 on our list is Le Tale, and it's the first of the 2D side-scrollers to make this list. And Le Tale offers right from the get-go a lot of character customization, and as you get deeper into the game and start to level up, it's going to have one of the most detailed skill systems from any of the 2D side-scrollers. The game also has excellent graphics, an amazing soundtrack, loads of content for you to play through, tons of different worlds and cities, and all kinds of different animations for you to see that not only on the player side but also on the NPC side. You also have player crafting and a very nice clean interface all around. There's plenty of customization across everything from the crafting to your gear to your skills, all kinds of different stuff. Makes Le Tale one of our winners. And on to number 7, we've got Elsword. Now Elsword offers 5 different character classes for you to play, essentially individually picking each class, locks you in gender-wise, and you're essentially not playing a class, but you're actually playing a specific character. The action is 100% arcade style. It's fast, easy to learn, and you jump right into the combat right from the get-go. Graphically, you can see that it's anime style, but the game plays out a lot like you're walking yourself through a comic book, which actually makes something very interesting and makes the artwork very stylish. You've got co-op and competitive game modes, and you've got PvP modes that you compete with other players to work your way up in the ranking. Each class has multiple different paths to take and multiple jobs to attain. You also have a huge amount of pets that you can pick up, and they'll run around the different instances that you'll jump into and fight by your side. Go check out Elsword. Number 6 on our list is Dungeon Fighter Online. Now, Dungeon Fighter Online is a 2D, arcade-style, side-scrolling action MMORPG. And the game really plays like some old-school arcade classics, stuff that you'd be jumping in, throwing some quarters into. Essentially what you do is you start out the game, you pick one of different character classes. There's several different characters to play, each with many different job advancements and jobs or class advancements to progress through. The gameplay is really fast-paced. You've got a ton of different PvP options to choose from. You've got loads of quests to complete. Through your gameplay, you're going to enter different instances and battle your way through, picking and choosing different paths to go along, whether you want to find your direct heading right to the boss or you want to kind of maneuver around and go through different areas, different stages. You can do these solo, with the group, however you want. Dungeon Fighter Online, definitely one to check out. Alright, moving on to the second half of our countdown. Number 5 is Dragon Saga or Dragonica Online. Now this game utilizes a cross between a 2D and a 3D side-scrolling fantasy action MMORPG. The action is fast-paced and you're going to jump right into it right from the get-go. Not only that, but you've got tons and tons of different PvP modes, everything from solo combat all the way up to large-scale, massive guild-based PvP combat. As you move through, you're going to find an instance dungeon system. It's very easy to use and very, very easy to find groups to party with and game up with. On top of that, you've got really, really cool and fun anime, kind of cartoony graphics, fun soundtrack. Your characters, each of the different character classes and character types that you'll choose from have multiple job advancements and multiple paths you can take throughout the skill tree to create your own styles inside of those different job advancements. As you'll find in the game, tons and tons of fun, excellent interface, great graphics, great sounds. Go check it out. Number 4 on our countdown is Rusty Hearts. Now right from the get-go, you're going to see that Rusty Hearts has developed its own graphical style, and that graphical style is not only fun, but really, really cool to look at. From there, you're going to move on to picking one of several different classes, and are actually characters, not necessarily classes. They're characters and they've got their own classes. On top of that, they've got their own weapons and gear and stylized play and skills to pick up, and most of those skills translate directly into attacks for you to use while you're traveling and adventuring through the different instances in the game and trying to follow the storyline's path and complete those different instances and complete different quests to get more weapons and things of that nature. The game is constantly updated. Recently just added another character for players to play, and there's been many since the game has opened up, different characters that have been introduced for players to play. Additionally, if you don't want to play with a keyboard, it's got full gamepad support, which is really cool and really fun to play with. Various PvP modes to check out. You've got cooperative gameplay through the different instances, or you can run through those instances solo. There's just such a lot to offer here, and on top of that, you know, the old school style instant personal rooms to decorate out and tweak out exactly how you like them, because every time you log into the game, you're going to start out in one of those rooms. So go check out Rusty Hearts. And number 3 on our countdown is Dragon Nest. Now, Dragon Nest, you'll start out and you choose one of a few different character classes to play. Unfortunately, those character classes are gender locked, but that's not too big of a deal. You're going to jump into a world that's not only colorful and animated, but it's a ton of fun and has fast-paced combat. All the combat is real-time with no targeting, so you don't actually target any monsters. You jump right in, and you just, whatever's in your way or whatever's in your targeting receptacle, you just attack it. And this is great fun. When you're jumping through and you're going through the different instances, you're going to jump through all these different dungeons and be set on many, many different quests to go into these different dungeons. They're all going to randomly change at any given time. You're going to have randomly spawning monsters. They're going to only add to the action and the fun that goes on while you're traveling through the Dragon Nest world. Now, the world also boasts a crazy and fun storyline that's really, really interesting to follow and move around through the different areas in the world as you follow this storyline, and you see highly polished cinematics, and it really shows off and showcases the game's quality. Right from the get-go, you're going to get cinematics, and you're going to get them all the way into the latter portion of the game. The game is constantly updated with new areas, new gear, new bosses to fight, and all kinds of new adventures for you to partake in. So go check out Dragon Nest. Moving on to number 2, we find ourselves at MapleStory. Now, this is the wildly popular, and when I say wildly popular, we're talking about close to 100 million accounts created, so it's just an absolutely enormous community. 2D side-scrolling MMORPG. The game plays out like an action-based arcade-style just beat 'em up. You just go out, you just hunt for days. The game added tons and tons of quests not that long ago. One of the big things that they do is update on a regular basis with new quests, new areas, new classes to play. The game recently introduced 3 new classes for players to jump in and start playing. The experience gain is fast, so you're moving around the world and seeing this colorful and lush world and getting to fight new monsters all the time. There's crazy boss battles and all kinds of stuff to see. You've got interesting different types of quests all around the gaming world. You've got tons of different job advancements as you progress through. You start off as just a basic character type, and you move forward through the progressions of the different jobs that your character type has available to them. It's hard to plug all the different things that the game has available, but just you could just see right from the get-go, right when you take a look at the first map, at the size of the gaming world and all the things that there are to see. MapleStory, definitely one to check out. And the #1 game on our free-to-play arcade and action MMORPG list is Vindictus. Now, Vindictus offers not only brutal combat, but some really interesting classes and characters that you can play as you progress through the game. Each of the character classes offers different types and styles of gameplay, and you'll really get used to using different weapons, using different tactics, immense number of skills that you can use with each character. You progress through the game and level up the skills you want to use, don't level up the skills that you don't want to use, progress through, and the gameplay is instance-based, so you're going to go through and group up with up to 4 players as you go through the different instances, and the instances are randomized, so you're not, I wouldn't say never going to run through the same instance twice, but you get a nice variety, especially since you're going to run through them several times as you try and complete not only quests but different goals that the game sets out for you inside of these different instances. There's as you complete each different area of the game, there's huge raid bosses for you to take out. On top of that, each of them drop different items that you're going to be able to use to craft even more powerful items for your character. And the items that you put on your character, whether it be weapons or armor and stuff like that, you're going to be able to enchant those. You're also going to be able to dye those and make them look different than anybody else in the game, so you get a nice customization when it comes to that type of stuff. On top of that, you've got incredible cinematics all throughout the game. The game just shows a highly polished and quality product from Nexon, who's the game's developer and publisher. This is what made Vindictus our #1 game on our arcade and action MMORPG list. Now, like I said, you may agree with our list, you may not agree with our list. Either way, head on over to MMODen.com/forums. Tell us exactly what you think about it. Tell us the games that you're playing. Tell us the games that you think should have made the list. And till next time, thanks for watching.